Hey, what's going on, family? This is Benjamin Whitfield, formerly known as Jones. If you knew me as Jones and are curious as to what happened, just ask me, or I'll be sharing that in the future. Um, but if you're getting this video, it's for a reason. I'm only sending it to people who I really believe uh, would build with me. Period. So you're getting it for a reason. So please bear with me as I share what I share here. It's going to be just a few short minutes, so please pay attention if you will. But this video, what I'm doing right now is to really raise awareness around what I consider my life's work. It's 2:22. Shout out to the spirit. Um, Man, if you know me for working in restaurants, being very service related, working with music, maybe being a positive, inspirational kind of guy, man, a believer in all things good and growing that. And I really just come to the point in my life, I'm 37 years old, and I really just don't want to fuck around no more, man. I can't let life pass me by anymore. I realize one day I'm going to die. We're all going to die, and I'm not. Even though I have the belief and the confidence of a child, a young person, you also, try to get some of the wisdom of old people and realizing that they're going to tell you not to live a life of regret. So having the strength and courage as somebody in their 20s and maybe the urgency of somebody that's older, I'm just at this position now where and time and things have really kind of converged, and it's like, man, it's time to really jump. So what I'm looking to do is shift my service culture development business, where I've been doing it for the past 5 years with a year-long gap in there where I was in corporate America. Shift it from, going into restaurants, going into businesses and helping, teach them principles related to service, sales strategies and techniques, product knowledge, and community engagement, and really take those principles, strip them down, and be able to deliver them to people and businesses and whatnot via technology, the internet and consulting, with Skype and things of that nature. Really using this home office that I got here. And doing it from here because I've come to the conclusion that at the end of the day, all I really want to do is talk and build and encourage and advise and use the wisdom and the aptitude God has given me for service and other things, and really affect people's lives, period. So I'm really looking to shift what I'm doing from feet on the ground in businesses to creating content online and being more of a subject matter expert, influencer, using social, using just community and my network, and having an effect there. It's just no plan B, no turning back. I've overthought this video a lot. That's why I think I might have done the song coming up next on my No Plan B. Is Overthunk by Big Boy. But I've overthunk a lot of how to do it, and it just caused me to be in a place of analysis paralysis. And I really don't have fear about going out there, but just the idea in your mind that shit gotta be perfect and all these things gotta happen first. I'm like, fuck that. Today I picked up the camera and we're just gonna do it like this. So I started a Patreon page a long time ago, and I just haven't went live with it, but I went live about 5 minutes ago, and now I'm doing this video. And so if you're seeing this, you're seeing it for a reason. I chose you for a reason. I'm not sending it to everybody. I'm starting with those in my circle or my network of people who I've come across in life that I really believe is on this path or can value this path. It's more than just about me, it's about us, even though I'm asking you for support. So this video is to raise awareness and around a new initiative and to fund it as well. And just not money, but if there's other resources like the ability to do some of the things that are needed, I love to build with you, and I'm asking for that. So if you can't do it or if it's in your network, please make those connections. So I started that service culture development business about 5 years ago. I went into corporate America on a whim, a couple years back and ended up being elevated to a very high sales team in a software company. I made over $100,000 my first year there, more money than I've ever made before, and literally walked away and filmed it kind of like what I'm doing now as I exited on my son's birthday last year. And had some things working out in the music industry. I was managing Brandon Burke, my cousin Alex, and a black punk band. Met with Jerry Wonder, producer for many, multiple Grammys, a couple 100 million albums sold, are on his credits, and he wanted to work with everybody that I brought to him, and that was like a kind of crazy moment. Shout out to Willie Hen too, man. I'm believing for you for your project, man. This is a really dope song. Great artist. And so I left corporate America. I walked out, and some of the things in music fell through. I went back into consulting because one of my clients was in need, was working there. I ended up leaving, working with them maybe a few months back, and just kind of in a place where you have to really go hard for plan A, and that's what I'm doing now. And went from making the most amount of money I've ever made to making the least, and continue to be sustained. Sometimes in loans, sometimes in just family coming together, but we keep getting sustained. I haven't lost nothing. Peace of mind is greater than it always has been, and excuse me, gross. Coming up on the promised land. I could see it. I can see the picture. I can see the I can see how things are coming to fruition. I'm seeing the product of the harvest, and I'm seeing my life flash before my eyes, my purpose, flash before my eyes. And I'm doing it, man. I have to do it. So even today with making this video, I've thought about and creating I've been shooting a ton of footage over the last year. I've borrowed cameras and I've created and mocked up content, and I'm just coming to the point where, man, the work is way too big. It's more than just what Benjamin can do by himself. There's a need bigger than me, so I humbly bring myself to you and your attention I can't listen to No Surrender right now. I humbly come to you right now to ask for support, whether it be financial, whether it be editors or video directors, or different people that are needed for the effort, for the team, for this vision that I'll be laying out very, very soon. So between now and the end of the year, my goal is to raise $25,000 for the rollout of this initiative. Part of it is just going to be sustaining me in my house. Part of it is for editing footage, for positioning, for marketing, for getting things to happen, and really for creating and building a community of people who would follow their dreams, who would want to grow as individuals, to get better as individuals, and to come around things bigger than themselves, to really, 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 and this ain't just no bullshit talk, but really make a change in our culture, in our consciousness, in America and beyond. And I have some amazing plans and blueprints for which I've kind of seen those things being manifested. So I can't wait to share them with you, man. I've had a lot of you guys in mind for a long time, and sometimes when I think about who you are, it really brings who you are in your lives, and the people that I want to see get it. It really makes me emotional, because I really feel like this shit is I don't want to say a matrix, but what we live in right now, it's not how we're created to live. So I can't wait to share those plans with you guys. So between now and the end of the year, that's really what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to host things on my website, host content and products from my website. A lot of this content is just going to be delivered on YouTube. Going to be motivational style videos, how-to videos, funny style videos, but all looking to provoke thought and growth in our consciousness, man. And even when I think about the content and what it's looking to shake up, I consider giving my life for it. I considered, doing things that would shake things up to put a target on my back, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm willing to do that. And when I see a void of leadership in our consciousness or in our society, I see leaders out there. When I look at people like this, people that risked it like this man, people that provoke thought like him, or even this guy right here. Those are that's some of the essence of what I like to bring to the world in Benjamin's imprint and the way I do it, and to help cultivate that kind of fire in others to do it in their social circles. I feel there's a great need, man. I feel like when we look at the president, we look at politics, we look at the media, man, it's amazingly fake and amazingly outlandish and evil in ways, and there's much light, there's much beauty around as well. And my goal is to encourage and build a fire of things that are beautiful, to consume that which is not in our favor, and for something that is beautiful, something that is good, for something that is beneficial. If you resonate with any of that message in pursuing your dreams, personal growth and development, the idea that this country and our world needs positive change, needs light shown, you can see the consciousness shifting from personal health, vegan, identity, just using your time and not wanting to waste time anymore, pursuing your purpose, passions, overcoming fears, and really doing what you were put here to do as an individual and as a community. I'm with you. If you see a void of leaders now, or want to be one yourself or do your part, I'm talking to you. If you're looking to do things for your family, your children, your legacy, your grandkids to come, I'm talking to you. I was even talking to my son Justice. I was in Kroger the other day. He's 6 years old, and he saw like a Ford, and he was like a green Ford, like Mustang. He was like, "Dad, can I have a Lambo? I want a green Lambo." "Can I have that, Dad?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, you're gonna buy me a Lambo?" I'm like, "No, you can get it yourself." "Oh, okay." So, "Dad, you wanna buy me a Lambo when and I'm like, "Justice, you can get it yourself." And he told me later that, I want a Lambo, and then I can give it to my son, and then he can give it to his son. And I'm just kind of amazed at how our children have a better idea of legacy and generational wealth than we do at times. So he taught me a little bit that day. But I really believe we need one another. And this is something that we're doing together. So yes, I'm looking for money. I'm looking for help, like just aid. I'm looking for a word being spread. I'm looking just for a community of people that can come together around the idea that we can make a change and that we can build one another in our personal lives, spiritually, mentally, physically, and that we can build one another in our business and our dreams, man. At the end of the day, it's about doing our dreams. So, and Lauryn Hill said it best, that worshiping God is doing your purpose, doing your gift, taking the gifts and the influence, whatever we have, and sowing it back and giving it out to create a harvest. And there's no doubt, even if we look at let me try to get over here. This picture right here is indicative of a harvest. I got this from The Alchemist. Yeah, I think there's something to pyramids. I think there's something to alchemy. I think there's something to harvest, to sowing and reaping. And I believe the harvest is upon us, and that we are embarking on one of the greatest shifts of resources that the world has ever known, that there is gonna be a major shift of and a transfer of money, resources, influence and authority, especially to the Black community, especially to the descendants of slaves. I believe this very deeply, and by this date right here, 6/1/21, I believe we're gonna see a major piece of that And I'll share a story behind that as well that I'm very excited about, and it's relative to Black Wall Street and what we can do creating something of the such here and now, physically like a place and online in the cloud as well. And I'm excited to share that. And that's maybe phase 2 and 3 of this. So right now, phase 1, I'm looking to raise $25,000 by the end of the year to help sustain me and my family, this mission, this goal, as I look to just connect with people like you all to not just follow me, but to be leaders in this campaign as well. So, man, I don't know if I missed anything. Please go to patreon.com/doyourdream. You can give in the form of $1 a month, $11 a month, or $111 a month. If you've been seeing any of those numbers, 111, 222, 333, all the way up, or if God has been speaking to you, or the Spirit, the universe, however you want to refer to it, Yah, I just beg you to be interested enough to follow. Even if you don't want to give, be interested enough to click follow and see what is manifesting, because I believe the harvest is upon us, and it's of people, it's of laborers, it's of resources, and great things are going to happen. So I appreciate your time. You know, it's longer than I wanted to speak. I'm practicing brevity. I believe it's a good investment of your time. I believe it's not just to watch this video, listen to this video, to come along on this journey, just like The Alchemist. If you've ever read the book, you know, speaks of a journey in pursuit of life's passions and purpose and significance. And I'm doing that right now, and I'm betting on self. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm doing it for my children. I'm doing it for my nieces and nephews out there, for my grandchildren that I don't even know yet, and for all the people that are here living on earth with us now and those to come, man. I'm looking to leave my mark and die with no potential left in me. And everything I wish and see in myself, I want for anybody who might see this video. So let's walk it out together. I love you very much. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate your energy in this, and I promise I'm gonna give you the best that I have. You know, even if it's, you know, I got shorts on. I got shorts on with my little flower shirt, my little Fruit of the Loom shirt. But at the end of the day, man, it's time, and I'm not waiting for tomorrow no more, and I beg that you don't either, man. So once again, I love you. Patreon.com/doyourdream. I'm looking to do mine now, and I believe as we look into the vision of what God has given us, you know, seeing the unseen, you know, taking what you see in your mind, in your heart. And these are some of the things. These are what I see. And reverse engineering it. I believe we all have vision. We all have purpose. We all, when we close our eyes and we dream, we see things that are not here. And if we close our eyes and we speak them and we write down a vision, we'll start to create that which is not seen and created in the seen material world. So, man, much more to share. I'll be sharing social sites as I establish them. A lot of them are there, but I've been bullshitting a little bit, just to be honest. I've been overthinking, I've been half-stepping, and it's just time to make a splash. So thank you for your 18-minute attention, and you know, I appreciate your support in advance. Love you.